Greetings, this is Free and Adventure coming to you with another D&D reaction. Returning back to the Critical Role one-shot. This will be the part 2 of Elden Ring, OD of Little Faith. Who's OD? I think at this point we know. Marcus. And truthfully, a little bit of me. The It's a little weird for you because if you haven't seen the other part, go back and watch that. Please. Oh, and let it be known that I do not own nor am associated with Critical Role. I am just a fan. Now, with that, still hot. Still hot, still. Out of the way, let's get into tonight's episode. Let's get into part 2. Oh, and since I keep forgetting to tell you, beginning videos, I am the half Elven YouTuber. So, and if that makes you get any hostile to me, I say screw you, you racist bastard. Is that supposed to be unicorn or is that a Kirin? I really gotta start playing the game. Like, start like streaming actual gameplays. Mhm. I assume this is all images from the actual game. At least it's the promotional images for them. Might be doing a little bit of reading through this. Ooh, interesting. Gruesome. Oh dear lord, what is that thing?
The tarnished will soon return.
Someone must extinguish thy flame.
They will fight. And they will die. For how else is a champion to be born?
Very dark soldiers. I gotta get my game system. I could probably find it for my computer. I'm not sure if that is. But honestly, for actual gaming, I'm far better with a controller than a mouse. Interesting. Look at that helmet. So, something with eyes. Let me see on.
Exactly a minute. Hey, critters, it's me,
Probably
Marsha Ray.
seen, but
I had exactly a minute and a half of free time today, so I thought I'd make a little unboxing video for y'all, unpacking everything you get with a Twitch subscription to Critical Role. Okay. Safety third. The fuck was that? Oh. So the first thing we've got here is our live and professionally moderated chat. Twitch is the only place that you can actually get this. You know, it's a little strange to hold because it's an amorphous concept, but honestly, you can't deny this craftsmanship. It's really well made. Oh, you can post links in this too. That's really cool. So yeah, put that in your chat and click it. Oh, yeah, this is cool. This is the ability to watch all of Critical Role's VODs immediately after the live broadcast ends and before they're uploaded to YouTube. Oh, it smells like ranch? Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's me. I had ranch on my salad earlier. Yeah, this smells like nothing. Oh. Here we have gift subscriptions, which you can either give to a fellow critter by name or at random using a fancy Twitch algorithm. You can give away a lot of subs with this, which I guess it's why it's so heavy for something that's technically non-tangible with a value that's deeply subjective to the consumer. Oh, sick. Yeah, I'm so excited to show y'all this part. With the Twitch subscription to Critical Role, you can use all of our incredible custom emotes in chat. We have so many emotes in here. Let's see, we have Art Dad, super cool. Yeah, we got Ashley Hype, fun one. And look at Trinket here, he's so
I don't think Ash is gonna be physically there for next Critical Role episode because they still want to make sure that she does it. But I think she should be able at least to be able to like video call in.
I'm sorry, Trinket. Yeah, that'll work. I need more glue. This is not gonna be enough. Don't tell Rachel, okay? Okay, please, nobody. Shakira, will you cut this all this
Rest
out?
in peace, your soul. I wish wish will. I hope will. I remember there was a time when I had the power of. No, I don't remember when I had the power of speech. I really don't.
And welcome back. So, as we left off, our troop of heroes, having just finished their combat in the center of these subterranean caves, heading up towards Storm Hill and encountering these demi-humans as well as the chiefs of their odd central cavern, I don't know, play space, I guess you could call.
Fisher Price.
There you go. It'd be a very different brand. But in this space, you gather and kind of looking through the materials that are left behind. One, you all gain 54 runes
Wow!
from the
That's
mini
so
boss
many
level,
runes.
as well as finding 2 fire pots. For anybody who wishes to use them, you can pass them amongst yourselves there.
Ooh, spring runes at the thing.
3
When
smithing
used-
stones.
Oh, we
Hey,
got more than
smithing
3
stones.
now.
And amongst the collections that you find, there is a
Still slowly
somewhat,
working on my
a shiny looking
Transformers,
bell that you kind of
uh,
clear off a little bit,
tabletop roleplay system.
and what looks to be like a
I'm
a
thinking
small
no
orb that
classes,
contains a
but
bit of ash
they'll have
within it.
certain features
This is
that were associated
specifically-
with certain classes in other broken games. But you can mix and match them
Lone wolf ashes.
if you can buy
What?
by using a certain point buy
Wolf?
I'm going to give
Blood
this
elves?
to
with different types
the
of point.
one that. Oh, damn it. The one that also has wolf.
I have a wolf in my title. Oh, and I get this. Oh, what is this?
You can use your focus points, or anybody who's holding the bell at least.
And your summoning bell to summon the spirits of 3 wolves to fight for you.
Stop it.
I knew my name meant something.
You now have 3 cats.
Oh, well, they're sort of canine, but okay.
Yeah.
You know, you're right, Prophet, about everything. In a way, aren't all wolves just cats with longer legs?
I mean, I think the biggest moral of it is, do they dance? Because cats don't dance.
I did not know that. There's only one way to find out.
Summon the wolves!
Wait, is this like a one-time thing or?
Continuing further up the path, you step into a small kind of subchamber where a familiar golden glow draws your attention. And there you see, sparkling, curling in that space, what appears to be a site of lost grace.
Oh boy, oh boy.
And taking a moment to rest there, you are, 1, able to restore your health and focus points. Your flasks return to you, refilled. And while you are here, you are able to spend your runes to upgrade any of your attributes on the list if you'd like.
Man, oh man. So many upgrades that we could do. Physical, magical defense. Oh man, we should have plotted this out during the break.
I didn't think
I'm just gonna grab stuff randomly, I guess.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Like a true
we-
Souls player.
Are we allowed to double up on the same perk if we have?
Yeah, if you have enough for it.
Sick.
God. Okay. So if I do 40 there, then I'll have 45 left. You do that for 25, and I'll have 20 left. I can put it on a gift card.
It's like those memes where they're like, you can build your perfect team. You can spend 5 to get Steph Curry. You can spend 6 to get somebody else that plays basketball.
Larry Bird? I don't know.
Scottie Pippen.
Sure,
There you go.
done.
We'll go with
Got
that
it.
one.
Okay.
Scottie Pippen.
Are we calling this out or are we just doing it?
I
It's up to
would,
you.
yeah, I'll talk through. Yeah, we can talk through this a little bit.
Yeah.
Nothing's better than stamina, right? Nothing's better than being able to do more stuff.
Yeah.
And
That's good.
stamina is the fundamental engine of the game, right? So that's why it's the most expensive. But I would say that it's pretty it's hard to beat that. The only thing, getting more focus points is really good if you feel like you're constantly running out of focus points. I think all of the incremental bonuses are like the swing on a D20 is pretty wide.
Yeah.
So if you're only getting a +1 on a D20 roll, it's only a 5%. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's not the biggest.
Incremental chance.
It's very
yeah.
incremental. Like how many rolls are we gonna have for the rest of the one shot, right? Like you could roll.
We're playing these characters forever, Brendan. I'm invested now. I'm invested.
We must get to the tree. So I think the incremental stuff I don't think is that persuasive. I think the bonuses to focus
Yeah.
points is really good. For me, that +1 die to all spell damage because it's area of effect.
Yeah.
Like if there's 8 enemies, that's 40 extra damage.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like or
If there's 1,000 enemies, that's like 5,000 extra hit points.
The math checks
Have us
out.
fight 1,000 enemies.
I'm waiting for the branding deal with any of the. What are those games called?
The ones that you see on mobile games?
Yeah,
You mean where, like,
I've
there's
done
a
voices
million?
for it.
Wait, why can't we think of this right now? The like
you
the
don't
big
have the ad in front of you?
Yeah. You're talking about like the oh my god, like the big
Clash of,
Yeah,
like,
yes, the big like
It's
they've got names.
Go to Facebook.
Oh my god.
Why would I go to Facebook?
Because of the advertising.
So it's not a
That's
Facebook
true.
game. It's like a PlayStation game.
I know,
It's
yeah,
like,
you know what I'm talking about. It's a bit character.
Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty
Dynasty
Warriors. Thank you.
Warriors. Thank
Chinese
you.
folklore, yes.
Oh.
So Dynasty Warriors, go ahead. And
Yes.
we'll have thousands of people for them to kill. It'll be
Little
great.
an ad for one of those things, but it wasn't that exact one.
Gotcha, no worries, but you got it.
I do.
So the game we're playing.
So the game we're
Yes.
playing, not Dynasty Warriors, definitely Elden Ring. I am a little interested in the 35 runes that increase physical and magic defense by 1 dice value, because I feel like if I fail
There you
my
go.
parry, I get a little bit of extra
Oh, I see. So it
juicy
would go
juice
from
there.
like a D6 to a D8 or a D8 to a D10.
Is that what it would be?
Yeah, for your armor.
So my armor would be from a
Very
D6 to a
warm, but-
D8 instead?
So
Okay.
mathematically, unless you're moving from a D12 to a D20, all of the dice increments are by 2, which on an average roll only increases it by 1. So you're only preventing 1 point of damage.
Look at this dork
That's not
over
as
here.
much. I know, this is amazing.
Sorry for being brilliant.
I'm just gonna grab 1 stamina, 1 dodge, and 1 weapon attack bonus. Boom,
There you
done.
go.
Right, don't take it too specifically. Specific.
I would like an extra stamina, I think.
I think extra stamina is so hard to argue against. Here's the thing. I could either grab another 2 stamina, or I could do plus 10 focus
my
points
transformers.
and plus 1 die to all spell damage.
Those are both pretty viable.
Basically, do I want to be?
way less focus points?
Yeah, I only have 16 focus points.
Yeah.
So I could either become way more of a wizard or be way more of a gish, like doing a lot more like attacking and spellcasting.
I get it. You can take my job. It's fine.
Let me complicate things even more. I got 5 extra runes. Here, take them.
Technically, runes are per player.
Give me those back.
Just from a balance
Very, very
standpoint.
kind for you to consider to give runes.
I'll for sure also do the plus 1 stamina. Okay, so then
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do 1 stamina and 1 die to all spell damage rolls.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, wait, maybe I'll take that back.
It's been the next hour, by the way, guys. Just enjoy this.
The amount of time I spend in character creation or in leveling up in a Souls game is.
So my shield or weapon block doesn't add to my perfect block.
It does not. Those values remain the same.
Remain the same.
This.
I feel like I should increase
gonna
my
undo
physical or
this.
magical defense.
Watch us level up with a game system you don't even understand.
Maybe you're not the only one.
Yet, this is also a very accurate representation of playing Elden Ring in some
Yeah,
ways,
wait.
too.
Just everyone watching at home, just with your mouth, just make little noises of like bloop, 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 like we're navigating a little like.
Exactly.
I'm getting rid of my dodge bonus and I'm moving it towards FP. That's focus points.
That is
Kyle.
correct.
Honestly,
How about the
focus points is
power
pretty good.
to learn skills.
All right, I'm ready.
Alrighty.
Therefore, we all are.
Pencils down.
25 to give me plus 5 focus.
It's so funny because stamina is so good, but I don't think I need more stamina. Like, because I'm always casting a spell every turn, it's like I always have a couple extra stamina
left over
for dodging and blocking and shit.
Yeah.
So I actually don't think it's optimal. Shit, doing this live on camera is hard.
We'll cut all this out later.
This could take days.
Oh no.
Character creation.
I'm gonna sink full spellcaster. I'm gonna do 50 into getting 10 more focus points and then plus 1 die to all spell damage.
Great.
Rest on again.
Okay. Okay. I've got 20. Shit. 20 runes left. I'm gonna give me a +1 to my yeah, my scimitar attack.
Do it.
Sure.
My leveling up thing gives you a point thing.
While they are
Like,
discussing this,
there's points
searching for my
system,
cat.
but you get different points per but it's based on also each
Moving
individual
forward, you begin
stat.
to hear
you gain
not
a
the
certain number of
gentle
things
whistling
times
of the beachside winds that
your
are hitting the
stat
cliffs,
scores, your
but a
bonus.
stronger, heavier sound. Find it over here. There it is.
Don't hear anything.
But you will shortly. This loud, heavy push. As intense winds begin to blow in the space beyond. As you begin to step out from within the cavern to the upper portions of the hill above the cliffs,
My bonus.
you enter Stormhill, where
And
the stars begin to vanish.
and all the features,
heavy
a lot
clouds
of the
above.
features you
And
have
the
to
strong
buy,
wind is sending
basically buy them
heavy
for a
dust
certain amount of
your
points
direction.
and different use different type of points to grab it.
Do we use smithing stone shards here as well?
You can if you'd like to, yeah.
What do those do?
Discard 3 smithing stone shards to increase a single weapon's attack bonus, weapons damage, or a shield's block by +1 permanent.
Just a single weapon.
Yep.
So someone would have to do it.
I think throwing this on Karajan's shield, that would be my pitch. Because,
Do it.
Yeah.
Done. No arguments here.
So +2 to my buckler now, right?
Yeah, your buckler is a +1 permanently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds
Let's
good.
do it. Thank you.
You got it.
Missing.
I don't know why I took them.
Well then,
I
and
made
then we
it
got
as
these
a-
fire pots. Who wants a fire pot?
Fire pot.
You throw, yeah,
You want a
take a
fire
fire
pot?
pot.
Because you used yours already, right?
You can, yeah.
Well, I know they come. I get them.
The items are one use only.
Oh, well, get away from me.
Oh, Prophetess, please take all the fire pots. Take my fire pots as well.
Oh, I don't want to take
Does
your
anyone
fire
not
pot.
have,
I
like, a
make fire
range
pots with my body.
situation?
I am the
don't,
fire
but-
pot.
You don't have range? Take this then.
It's horrible.
That was the worst. This will definitely work.
Damn it.
This is great.
Take it.
Thank you so much.
Make it take it.
The sand and dust being kicked up by the wind stings your eyes, and you are forced to kind of take what elements of cloth you have to wrap around your face to breathe easy. As you begin to trudge out into these fields, you can see the tall grass itself being pushed at a heavy angle and then shifting dramatically as the winds themselves seem to whip in odd directions at any given point in time. Your vision is a little obscured, but you can see there are roads ahead, bits of old carved pathways that have kind of given way through history and this heavy issue of blasting winds. You can see what looks to be some sort of a structure a little bit ahead into the east, and you can just barely make out the shadowed shape of Stormville Castle ahead.
Forge forward. Of course.
Do we see any patrol?
Roll a perception
Anyone in
check.
the skies? All right.
12.
12.
Such a heavy die.
You don't see any patrols. I'd say the best you can see is that small structure to the east. There's a slight glow coming from its direction.
It's like glow.
Correct.
Should we investigate?
I mean, I'd prefer not to have something sneak up on us if we decide to walk past it.
Fair.
I'll try to look at the landscape again, just to try to see if there's another optimal path of approach.
Certainly.
That is a 19 survival.
19 survival. Okay. Inspecting this space here with what limited visibility you have of the details of the environment, it's pretty tough to really take in the topography beyond a certain point. It just becomes shapes in the dust. But from best that you can ascertain, most of the land continues to rise in a somewhat upward incline towards the precipice of this hill where the castle itself is built upon. You gather, as most strongholds like this have walls around, there might be multiple means of ingress to the castle, depending on the paths you take to approach it.
What did you see?
There are multiple ways for us to go in through here. Land is
The dust, everything is confusing. Possible we don't see enemy until too late. Possible enemy don't see us until too late. Little bit of chaos, I'm afraid, but there are many ways to enter castle. Perhaps best just to be as quick as we can.
Quick or stealthy?
If only there was a way to sort of know what will lie ahead.
Headache, you need water?
No, I do believe that we should approach with caution and be as stealthy as possible.
Do you know my lucky numbers, elves?
Some sort of Powerball.
129, 733.
It's just amazing.
Such a prodigy.
All right. Let's be sneaky.
Okay.
All right, so you are heading towards where?
Right. Do we want to investigate that light in that thing? Yeah.
Okay.
so.
Everyone roll stealth, please.
Natural 20.
Nice. Hell yeah.
That's fine.
13.
What you got over there, Twin
13.
Souls, Marcus?
Oh, I'm natural 19 with a +3
Ooh, you fancy.
in full plate armor.
14 from me.
Great.
12.
Okay, all around, you feel pretty confident in your ability. The wind itself being loud enough is helping keep you relatively unheard upon approach, and the low light and low visibility is aiding your progression as well. As you get ever closer to the structure, it begins to come into view, and you notice that it is a dilapidated farm building, partially collapsed, and there is kind of a porch area where it seems a low fire has been lit. A campfire-esque like setup. Expecting to turn the corner and possibly run into a number of soldiers, you glance through the tall grass, and instead you see a single woman in like a dark burgundy red cloak who's kind of wrapped up and pushed off to the side just out of sight. And you can see kind of a nervous glance in her eyes as she just kind of ensures that nobody is sneaking up on her and failing miserably.
Is this our girl?
This is not her. No, this is another individual.
Marisha doesn't trust it, but Karajan's like, ooh.
Okay.
Lady.
Yeah.
That's bait.
Right.
I agree.
Oh, you're just standing out here by yourself? I predict that's a mole.
The prophetess is wise. Yeah, what's it? Oh, you just have a nice little seaside cottage where the tar octopus and the giant bats all hang out.
Maybe it's affordable real estate.
I guess so, probably very good to, yeah.
But we must find out to be sure. Should
But
we surround her and approach her
Considering all
from
the attacks we've had, does it make any sense that someone would be standing just in the middle of a field?
What do you think, Marcus?
literally no
I-
idea how this works.
I think it makes it difficult when you sarcastically prophesize things, when you're also really prophesizing things, it gets confusing. No, I think that we should prepare, set a sort of an ambush, and then maybe one of us go talk to her and see what happens.
Should we draw her out and cry for help,
I
perhaps?
mean, like, I'll happily walk out there and talk to her if you all kind of surround her and wait to see what happens, and we can kind of jump.
That's very
Do you have any more of those pebbles you can just throw
Yeah,
at her
I can
face?
just... I'm really good with pebbles, guys.
Do you have a
How about
word that
people?
you can shout out?
No, not good with people.
So this is
It's gonna
okay.
be great.
Do you have a signal or something that you will to call us in for help?
Now.
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 Okay.
I got it.
Go crawl up on the house, and you say now, I blow up.
Sure.
Okay, good.
You're gonna crawl on the how? Okay. I'll stay in the grass. That feels like the safe option.
So you both stay in the grass. You clamber up the dilapidated farmhouse-like building.
Unless you would like to go talk to her.
What if we went together
Sure.
and just approached it as, hello, fellow traveler, if you will?
That was my plan.
If you'd like to carry it out by
No,
yourself,
please,
please
let's go.
feel
No,
free.
let's go.
I'm just saying, I
Happy to- I'm just
this is good. I just
This
have
is
a
good.
better
This is-
bedside manner as shown by past situations, but
I do like I'm perfectly fine. Let's go. Let's go.
feel
And
like
I'll
we're
walk
going
into the clearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you step out from the grass, and I assume in a very outwardly way present yourself to this figure.
Hello.
You hear shifting, and there's a quick glance, and she pulls back, almost hiding.
No, it's okay. We're not here to hurt you. Just saw you, and you seem a little.
She glances
worried?
out, kind of ushers you to come
Oh.
over for a second.
Okay. I'll start heading forward.
Okay. You approach, and you see now closer this kind of darker hair. You see that the cloak itself is hiding what looks to be a recent wound in the side, and she has gathered a small bit of materials and has managed to bandage herself up a bit as you approach. Terribly sorry. I wasn't expecting to meet anybody out here. Why have you come?
Well,
Well, we were just out for an evening stroll and we saw you and you seemed a bit lost or out of sorts and we just wanted to make sure that you were okay. Is there any way that we can assist you?
A stroll? You should go back. This is dangerous land.
Then why are you out here?
I'm making my way back. I came here with motherfuckers.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I think they just. I want to see that again.
I came here with making my way back.
Then why are you out here?
I'm making my way back. I came here with motherfuckers.
Nothing.
Yeah. I'm glad they're trying to tone that down.
I had traveled here with companions to take Stormville Castle, but I'm afraid I'm a coward myself. They proved too strong, and I abandoned them. I haven't seen them since. And there are so many bodies in these lands. Missing arms, legs, heads, all taken, all added to the ruler of the castle. It's a nightmare. I can't stay.
Added?
I'm just here long enough
Wait,
to
what?
recover.
Did he just say?
Yes.
I think he just said.
And I'll be on my way. And you, I can't. All added to the ruler of the castle. It's a
To the
nightmare.
ruler.
I can't stay. I'm just
What the
here
shit
long enough
is
to
that thing in the ruling
recover
castle? If it
my breath.
miscellaneous bonfires could
And I'll
be
be on my
added.
way. And you should too.
you said the person in the castle is taking arms and legs, taking.
I've seen many bodies. The soldiers cutting folks down and leaving most of them behind. It's terrifying. She starts gathering her materials into her pack. It's not safe, it's not safe. You should run. And she heads off back into the grass, stealth slow, and bumps into the two of you. Oh, hi.
No! No!
No, she's fine. Let her go.
And it just runs off, frightened into the night back from where you came.
If you see a cat, send her back here.
Someone who was on their way to the castle with another group, and
Competitors.
yes, yes.
I'm gonna kick the fire apart.
Okay, good call. Go ahead and kick the fire apart. The embers kind of separate a bit. And just about that time, you notice a little further up the field what looks like the shape of somebody on horseback. A dark, shrouded figure. The horse would look comparably massive, as at this distance, both rider and beast seem larger than they should be. And black, all dressed in black. Stop and glance over in the direction of where the flames were. Go make a stealth check for me, please.
Oh boy. 19.
Natural 19 as well for
Nice.
24 total.
4, all right.
6.
Okay.
No,
12.
23.
12.
21.
Okay. Well, the prophetess has a brief stumble. The rest of the troop manages to catch her before she steps into a series of partially broken crates and making a loud ruckus. And quietly, you all get low, and you watch as the rider turns and hears something in the distance. And heads off westward, off of your path, and off of where you currently sit.
Alright. That was ominous.
They didn't. That didn't feel like our competitors. That felt like something else.
They were very big. I mean, perspective is iffy. That
Right,
does
the
it,
forced
but
perspective. Right, you don't.
but they seem
Right, I thought it was regular but closer, but no, it's bigger
Right,
and
but bigger and
farther
farther,
away.
yeah.
That's true.
like
Yeah.
you never know how big like Clifford is.
Sure.
They're just closer to the screen.
Oh, yes, for sure. You need to be like, okay, we're gonna put a tree partially in front.
Right, you
So
gotta-
now you go, oh, he's behind the tree. He's behind the tree, then that means it's a big dog.
Big red dog. Yeah.
It helps if people hold
I've
a
seen
banana
that
for
movie.
like a size reference.
I knew it would be family channel. I didn't
If the
realize it.
horseback
I
rider was
didn't. I
holding a
expected it to be
banana,
fun
we
little
would
fun
know
stuff.
instantly.
It's actually
Probably
a lot more good than I
I'm more
thought.
like, hey guy, what's up with you? Why you out here
Put it in
at
there.
night? You seem like you're enjoying a
Recommended
nice
it.
snack.
Getting my potassium.
Less threatening to hold a banana, for sure. Instant friendship. Hey, this guy like
Good
banana.
for all
He cool.
ages.
Wait, people who eat bananas are generally jolly and
I feel like it's
happy folk.
very difficult to be threatening when you're holding a banana.
Sure.
Right, you
You
can't.
always bring a banana to a party.
Yeah. No one ever like. So you think you can defeat me? I am the Dark Rider of the castle realm. You and your friend? You all.
Now that you're saying it though, that's a pretty cool little character detail that you can.
I think it's like there's no middle ground. It's either you're absolutely not threatening or you're very threatening with a banana. There's only like
Right, if you can lean into it.
Yeah, like
you know?
peeling it and then you put a little chocolate sauce on top, and you're
just-
still like a murderer.
Yeah, for sure. It depends on context, right? If it was like a Willem Dafoe type and he had like earbuds in and he's like dancing and eating a banana, then you're like, okay, we got to Uncanny Valley. Now he's scary again.
Right.
On we forge. Into the night.
Okay.
Hang on, real quick though. On we forge, but I quickly ransack the farmhouse.
Oh, sure.
Okay, roll
And then we move
investigation
on.
check for me, please.
Can I give the help action here?
Or I'll say you can both roll investigation
Help
checks if you'd like by
me.
helping. Since there's not technically a help action in this homebrew.
It's a hot 6.
15. He helped. She helped. Sorry,
indeed.
Bree.
It's all good.
Okay. You do find amongst the chaos there
What items do you have back there?
a cluster of 5 throwing knives
Ooh.
and a singular arrow with a sleep enchantment on it.
Oh my god.
I will definitely take the arrow because I've got a bow.
doing literally no good.
Someone throwing
I
knives?
remember. I think I have like an arrow, like a magic weapon.
That worked.
This is how you can tell that
This
I
is
don't
just like
play
D&D
enough
Beyond,
video
like
games that I was
homebrew.
literally like, all right, let's leave this farm. There's not
Arrow
stuff in houses,
shall
is there? No.
Break all the crates, break all the pots.
You just
Basically,
constantly
wherever the
rolling.
shell
I just
hits,
assume that's what you guys do. You're just rolling into
Part of your
all
body-
the crates and barrels and destroying them all.
that corresponds to part of the shell that
armor, just
been
roll around.
you
Exactly.
can't move that. Like you can.
Trudging forward, are you heading
You can
across
rotate
the
around
fields?
or
Are you
stuff, but
stealthing
that-
across them? Are you riding horses quickly? What are you feeling about traversing
Well,
these?
if you don't know what
Which
it is,
direction
what it
did
is,
the
that's something else.
rider?
dark figure
Yeah,
in?
It went westward.
You do,
The castle
it's
is more of
rather
a
easy to
north
deal with.
direction from where you currently are. It's still an open field of tall grass getting there, with like small ruin arches here and there, and shifting hills kind of moving upward. But it's a fairly open space.
Take the horses. I mean,
Maybe we haul ass.
Yeah,
Just as a time that we
even
go.
if someone sees us, if we can just blow right past them, then it won't matter.
yeah. I will summon. Toot 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 toot.
Okay. You all summon forth your spectral steeds and jump atop their runic selves. They're magical and pretty.
Did you hear that, Ed?
Go riding strongly towards the cavern.
Farewell.
Towards the castle.
Goodbye.
Clutching the sides of the mains and moving forward. It's still difficult to see in this low light through this storm, and you carry on for 2, 3, 4 minutes, glancing around nervously in case you're being pursued or something takes notice. What is the general order? Who's spearheading this?
If the
Sure, I'll be in the front.
All right.
I'll
Neil.
be.
I can be in the front as well. I've got pretty heavy armor.
I'll try to go to one side of the prophetess to try to keep her.
I'll go to the other side then. We'll
There you
make
go.
a little flying V around the prophetess.
You got
Why
it.
are you
Did
looking?
you just gingerly agree with like protecting the prophetess?
No, I just said I would go in front.
Oh, I thought you were like.
He did.
No, it makes sense to have you in the middle. You,
He's into it.
You
So,
what?
avoiding the main road, you continue pushing through, kind of a little ways adjacent off of it. Still visible atop the tall grass, and moving and kind of dodging between the large hills as you press upward and northward. Those of you at the front, and pushing forward, loudly clomping across the stone and dirt ground, you can't help but see sudden movement in front of you. Your horse instinctually kind of picks up in the air and nearly throws you. I need you both to go ahead and roll acrobatics checks, or yeah, go ahead acrobatics checks. Or animal handling if you want to.
That's a 5.
oh, that is also a 5.
You both get thrown from your horses onto the ground. The rest of you slow down just a bit as you see from the ground these massive stone-like pillars covered in runes that now begin to blaze with burning orange coming to life around them. 20, 30 feet of segmented stone and metal begins to shift and burn. You see almost like
Oh?
a massive knee and leg rise up as another one steps into place. You see what is almost like a breastplate of intricately carved runes that have been largely tarnished and broken away, weathered with history and the elements, rises up in the center of it with a burning center. Just this burning flame like an engine in the middle, and a helmet with an angry center slot where the flames itself burn through. It stands up almost 40 feet in full height above you, hunched down, looking at you. Hello. My name is Calvis. I don't have any arms. Sorry. How do you do?
Calvis,
Yeah.
you don't have to apologize for not having arms. That's break my heart that you feel like
We
you must
disturb you. I'm so sorry to wake you from your slumber.
It's all right. These are dangerous places, you understand. I've just been resting. Ever since this. Looks down and there's like this odd hilt of some wicked-looking blade that's like half jammed into the chest plate of its armor. So I've just been sleeping.
May we ask a question?
Yeah, I suppose.
We've heard that the resident of the castle up here steals
There's a
people's
reason.
arms. Is that
We're not
who
supposed to
took
duel with a
yours?
longsword.
No,
Oh,
I think I lost them in a bet.
So you say you lost them in a bet?
Yeah, long time ago.
Like you play cards and someone's like, this hand I'm gonna raise you like 40 runes, and you're like, I'm short, and they say maybe bet your arms.
Yeah, in hindsight, it probably wasn't very good.
No, that came across judgmental. I am so sorry. That's very rude.
No, it's okay.
Rock, paper, scissors.
See, now it's just getting personal to remember it, but yeah.
No. Wow. This in your chest. Does it hurt you?
No, it just sort of tickles a little bit.
Would you like us to remove it for you?
I mean, I guess.
Okay, how you're so big.
Like kneels down very close to the ground. You can feel the heat emanating from it, even just in proximity.
No, when these guys say these lands are dangerous, it's first time I'm like, maybe we should not be around here. Because this guy 40 feet tall and made of rocks, and he's like, I don't like it here.
Yeah, absolutely. How big is the thing sticking out of his, the sword sticking out of his chest, the hilt?
Yeah, it's like a long,
it's like
slender
size,
hilt.
though.
Yeah.
Okay, not like 40 foot.
No, on his body, it looks almost like someone just jammed like a toothpick into him.
Okay, I'll reach for it and grab onto the hilt.
Okay. You
take a bunch of damage.
Oh boy.
12 points of magic damage.
Okay.
In the form of magical fire, so you get to reduce that from your armor.
By 1.
There you go. And I need you to make a strength check for me, please.
Okay. Just strength? Okay. Oh, there it is. Terrible. 7.
7. It is not budging.
Maybe I'm not the one to do this.
Hey, appreciate you trying, though. It's very, very nice.
You're welcome.
It hurts when you die. Ow. Would you like me to take a try?
Yeah, I mean, you seem very
fairly,
strong.
I work out. This may hurt a bit, but I will pull with all my might. Ooh, not good. Oh, wow, that's real bad. Oh, yeah, it's like a 4.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Plus what? Strength?
Plus your strength modifier.
So 9.
It does not budge, but you do take 8 points of magic fire damage.
Look, it's... I don't hold it against you. Even just your offering to help means a lot to me.
You're a very sweet
Prophetess.
person.
Have you seen if any of us are meant to be the one to remove this?
Do you mind if I try? I apologize for the rock, paper, scissors jest.
I accept your apology.
Can I give the help action here? Or
I'll say you can both roll together, and I'll give, in doing it together as one, you'll both take damage, but I'll add a circumstantial +4 to whatever the higher roll is.
Okay.
Will we be able to leave town today?
Cheers. Yeah. Come on.
And that's a natural 1, which
Yeah.
is sad. But does my natural 20 do anything about it?
Oh, I love this fucking game.
That is amazing.
Holy shoot.
You're not usually the one that has to do too much of the labor because you have your companion here. And you barely get your hands on it and just let them do the work, but together. You can't help but be drawn in by the excitement that they have in helping you here. And the blade comes free. You both do take 7 points of magical fire damage, which you can reduce by your magical armor, magical defense. But you do pull forth from it with a flash of almost like a electrical sheen across it in a brief instant. You pull this arced katana-like weapon from the center of its chest.
Wow. Dragon scale blade. Only equipable and usable by someone with a strength of 11+, dexterity of 9+, and faith of 11+. Do you satisfy these? I can't, because I only have a dexterity of 8.
I have a, what was the first one?
Strength 11.
I have a strength of 12,
Dexterity
dexterity of 9,
9.
and faith of 16.
This was meant for you.
This is your blade.
There's something about it that just makes me feel immortal, like I have inside me the blood of kings.
Hey.
I'm just gotta say, thank you. That was tickling for some time. So, appreciate it.
Sorry you were uncomfortable.
I'm used to it.
Will you be my friend?
Yeah. I think I can.
Okay, I like you.
You too. Hey, if you're going that way, and he kind of like gestures over towards the castle with heavy grinding sounds, I'd say maybe avoid the front gates. There's a big troll there, and they're pretty nasty.
Good to know, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna go nap now.
Good night. Thank you.
It's nice to meet
Night,
you.
Calvis. Very nice to meet you.
You too. Hey. If you see someone with my arms, tell me.
And just like walks about 100 or so feet away before just collapsing back onto the ground and going inert.
That was the strangest experience of my very short, memorable life.
Yeah, you know, because it is very strange, because, like, confidence is really hard, and people have this sort of way of apologizing for things that are not even really their fault, right?
Absolutely.
And he's also a big rock man.
He's a big rock man.
It was not the voice I expected to come out of him.
No?
No.
Just to be clear, we are fighting because we love the lands between so much that we want to rescue it, right? I mean, we love this place. We're trying to make this place our...
It seems very esoteric and vague and veiled in a very long-term secrecy that maybe we will uncover. Or maybe the reason we're doing this is simply for ourselves and what we'll find along the way, including our friendship.
Beautiful.
And definitely the prophetess.
Yeah, that's my number one. Is
really
I
the
was gonna say,
prophetess.
yeah.
Like friendship is fine, but also the prophetess. Yeah.
So we need to find a separate, a new entrance, right? This
Yeah, the castle have multiple entrances, yes.
But we don't know of any others, correct?
Not specifically, but we do know they exist. So we avoid front gate and maybe search around for other way in.
All right.
All right.
So how do we do that?
Glancing over, you can see there is the large perimeter wall around it, and there are clusters of trees and elements of rock that are that the wall itself is built upon or around in places. You can't really quite make out the front gates, but the shape of it, you can go either to one side or the other to try and inspect if you'd like.
Are we closer to one side or the other, or are we pretty much dead?
Where you are right now, you're a little closer to probably the right or the eastward side.
Which leads us away from that man, so yeah, let's check the eastern side out.
Closest?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
God, what if we had snuck instead of riding horses? We never would have met Calvis.
No, that's fair. No,
We would have never been warned about the troll either.
no, you would have never got that sword.
Everything happens for a reason. This is, you know, this is what I'm talking about all the time. You good?
Everything that we do has a consequence or a joy.
You're the best.
All right, so are we taking horses? Are we stealthing forward?
Yeah, let's
How,
take
how,
horses.
okay.
Oh, yeah,
How far away?
You're a few hundred feet from the...
There's not-
Stealth for sure.
All right, let's get everyone make another stealth check for me, please.
13.
Oh, 6. Yikes.
11.
Okay.
Also 11.
Okay.
12.
Oh,
12. Okay.
Better, has one better.
Okay. Not wonderful.
No.
So as you begin to arc around on the eastern side of the wall, one thing's first. You do notice at the gates the sound of heavy footfalls, not terribly unlike those of your new friend Calvis.
Oh.
And looking over, you can see the shape of a towering troll. About the same height, though broad shoulders, kind of dark, bluish, almost gray skin with thick muscle and sinew. The arms themselves swing almost past the knees as it kind of lumbers around. You can see a gargantuan blade that's strung to its back itself, maybe about 3.5 to 4 feet wide and about 10 to 12 feet long. And it's just kind of glancing around through the field, keeping eyes peeled. Along the walls, you see a handful of ballista that are affixed at the top, where you can see armored guards are just kind of swinging around and glancing. One of them kind of looks over in the direction of where you're hiding in the middle of the grass and kind of shifts over and looks down.
Should we just throw something as a distraction or something? Is a throwing knife or?
How far away is he?
He's from where you are right now, about 100 or so feet away.
Is that considered long?
It's just outside of long. You're gonna have to go a little closer to do long, but you can do that. He's starting to like glance over at one of the other guards.
I have nothing to throw. I have nothing. Nothing to.
I could throw.
I'm gonna just belly crawl.
Okay.
Get within long.
Okay.
Sleep arrow that I just got.
Okay.
Sniper shot.
Don't waste it. Oh.
You see him.
I got two.
Yeah, two.
You see him like taking the ballista and pointing it not towards you but over the way, and you gather quickly that he sees somebody else in your crew, that he's aiming this long, jagged-looking ballista ammunition piece, this probably 6-foot-long harpoon that would probably kill any of you in an instant hit. Go ahead and roll for an attack. He doesn't see you, so you technically have advantage on the strike.
Great. Oh, fuck me. I'll keep that one there. Lucky Jade. Barely lucky. 14.
14. 14 is exactly the armor class.
Holy shit.
So, aims over, gets it set. The arrow hits him. And just slumps over it.
Go.
Okay, you all quickly begin to dart through the tall grass now that the one person who's posted to keep watch there is currently passed out for the next minute over the ballista. You head around to the side and you can see there is a rock pillar that is jutting out from the top of the mountain, and it looks like there is a portion of it that is kind of collapsed inward and stairs have been carved into the stone leading upward. It looks like there is an unlit beacon tower atop that, but there's about a 12 to 15 foot gap between where the stairs begin and the base of where it is.
Wait. 12 to 15. Like we fall?
So
Meaning stairs curl up and lead up to the top of this and go over the wall, but the stairs have crumbled a bit, and there's about a 10 to 15 foot distance to get to the stairs.
I understand.
What do I have? Nothing.
Have you all ever seen those like circus shows where people are on horses and they're standing on their horses and then they like...
You want to summon the horses to stand the...
I wonder if we can stack our horses on top of each other if we summon them strategically.
Is this a spiral staircase or a...
You trying to break the physics engine?
No.
You never heard of a horse stack? You stack a bunch of horses, make a horse lather.
But do you go head to bottom, or is
Of
it...
course, I've heard of such a thing. I've never seen it in practice.
One horse standing, the other horse stands on top of the other horse, and stands on top of the other horse. And...
Yeah, exactly. That's why horse shaped like that. You know, it's like lawn chairs that you've put on top of like patio furniture.
How do you lift the horse to get on top of
No,
them?
you just have to. You have to like be on a horse and summon another horse, and as long as you're
The
like.
trick is you on the horse, you summon horse too. You really gotta jump quick off of horse because that second horse is coming right down.
Yes, it's true.
How do you get on the top of the other
Well, they
horse?
have
That's
little
the-
stirrups.
That's the
and then you
trick, is you
can-
got to be able to jump off something onto that. So what you want to do is start a second horse stack next to the first horse stack.
So it's like 1 horse, 2 horses, 3 horses
Yes, exactly. You make a horse staircase out of a separate horse stack.
He
And we
goes
do-
great.
We do 3 horses.
Let's really break this down, because this for sure gonna happen. So let's really.
How tall up, GM? How high up is it before the stairs break? Is it? But measure please in hands. How many hands? How
Is
many
there a
hands?
sign about how many horses
How many
the stairs
hands-
can hold?
how
Like
many
an
hands
OSHA
up?
compliance for maybe unsafe amount of horses?
I'm gonna say the stairs are probably not designed with horses in mind.
No, they won't be on the stairs.
Right.
The horses will be on the ground.
We'll say it's about a 3-horse stack.
Oh dear lord.
So we do 3 horses and then 2 horses.
Perfect.
I just nodded. And then, we can vault ourselves onto the 2-horse stack.
Here, what we
If we
do.
are short, I'm just throwing this out there.
Okay.
If we are short, I could stack 3 wolves on top.
This
Just for a
really,
little
this is innovation.
Yeah, great.
This is the most
Give her a higher horn to
accurate
pounce upon you, Pine.
representation of any game like this I've experienced.
Is that DM permission to try
Oh,
that?
this is some speedrunner shit. Do what you guys got to do. We'll see if it happens.
Let's stack these horses.
Okay.
Who's going first?
Well,
look.
I'll make Supernova the base of
Okay.
the first 3-horse stack.
You sure?
What do you think? Your nameless horse is
My
stronger
horse's
than...
name is Ed.
Oh, that's right. You did name it Ed.
4 hooves head. That's right.
Is
Yes,
Ed
he's
like
got
a Clydesdale?
He's got 4 hooves. It seems pretty stable.
All right, I'll summon Supernova on top of Ed.
Just Supernova doesn't seem really keen to participate.
Supernova was getting a little distracted
Supernova
before.
does, I think, hate me. So maybe.
All right, Ed on bottom.
All right.
So I summon Ed.
Was that the advice? What was
I don't know what that was. It wasn't anything.
Broken Edelweiss.
Yeah. So Ed's there now.
Yep.
So someone climb on top of Ed and summon your horse.
Right.
All right, so I get on top of Ed, and I kind of stand a little. Do 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 do.
Do they keep changing it?
They're stacked.
Somehow we have to climb on top and summon a 3rd horse.
Horse.
Nimble-ish.
And then
if
we
you-
all have to climb 3 horses after we do this.
No, you put the first of your base stack, and because you gotta Minecraft it, right? You gotta build it a little at a
We're
time.
making a
Right.
staircase out of horses.
So
right.
Yes.
3 horses get us close enough to jump. So the trick is there's 5 of us, right?
Yes.
So this is like, the farmer have a boat with the fox, chicken, grain.
Yes.
So what we have to do is first we make 2-horse stack and
Right.
1 horse next to that.
Exactly.
Then we have 2 of us get on 2-horse stack,
horse, yeah. Yes.
and then we are on that one, okay?
Yes.
And then we have to jump back on horse number 1. Make
There's
no
gotta
when
be
2
an
are
easier
then
way.
we summon that one to make
And
a
then
2-horse stack. You
right.
jump to 2-horse, then 5th person on ground.
I'd say
make
if a
3-horse
second
stack.
horse get
They
on top of
jump
the
up
next
over
horse.
there, they get onto stairs.
Horse
Then
collapse.
we get rid of all the horses. and we start back from the beginning.
All right.
That is the plan.
What do we need to roll for this?
Well, let's say the actual stacking process is sound. It's the leaping from horse stack to horse stack that is the challenge. So I would like each of you to make an athletics or acrobatics check
Oh my God.
to attempt to leap from the 2-horse stack to the 3-horse stack.
All right.
This
Acrobatics.
is
Here
a
we go.
really important roll.
23, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
fine. It's fine.
18.
All right.
15.
15.
All right. Those are all very good.
Oh,
rolls.
athletics? 20.
Okay.
16.
Everyone above a 15. Like, you're made for some things in your life, but you never realized quite how well you were made for jumping from horse stacks. Because you are efficient as fuck of anything you've done in the lands between Horseback jumping is the top of the list of proficiency.
Everybody, in all seriousness, we should start a troop.
I agree.
We're really good at this.
Yes.
Like, I didn't know this was a skill I had, and now I have it.
Yes.
I should do something with it.
Yeah, to be clear, like everything about this new land is strange and wonderful. We're stacking horses all day back where I come from. This is the least crazy thing that has happened. You think we can survive one day where I come from without making some kind of horse stack? Out of your mind. Number one survival strategy.
There's gonna be a day.
Made me very homesick for my cat. Oh, she would climb on me that night.
I was the horse stack.
I can't wait for someone to introduce the concept of a ladder to your people. Just blow their fucking mind.
Wait, how would you even? It's like someone trying to explain a horse stack made of pieces of wood.
Okay, so with all those rolls, we'll say, without issue, you managed to make your way onto the tower. You have effectively exploited your way past the castle wall. So, climbing up the stairway of this tower, you get to the precipice of the wall, in which there is a parapet walkway and a staircase that kind of switch back, heads down into the interior courtyard of this castle. Glancing over, you can see there are some patrols of guards kind of shifting through. There's 2 clusters of 2 that are kind of glancing or stepping back and forth, and you can see there are walls to an inner courtyard of Stormveil Castle. This looks to be kind of the centerpiece of this stronghold.
Are we able to time it to where we can each like dart when they're not looking?
You can. I need you all to roll stealth as you try and get back unseen.
Different times, yeah.
Ooh.
Sorry, I got a nat 20. I was excited.
Ha!
You should be excited.
15.
15. At 20.
9.
9.
What's my stealth? 7.
Okay.
18.
Oh,
Okay. The nat 20 saved y'all. So,
The prophetess could tell the pacing of their patrol.
keeping low, you begin to weave between the various clusters of armaments and collected ammunition that are set to the side for the ballista. You go past one cart, wait for the next patrol to pass, and then dart between the main opening of this courtyard thoroughfare, dodging from bush to small bit of fern cluster to the side. You all dart off, and you can carefully break contact with the patrol heading around and passing unseen. Across the way, you see what looks to be like a small bridge-like walkway that leads to a large set of double doors that seems to continue into the inner sanctum courtyard and the cathedral tower that lies at the center of the castle grounds. Continuing to push forward.
Wait. Are we about to go through the double doors?
You're not at the doors yet, no.
Oh, okay. No, keep going then.
Okay.
I'm not ready for my pep talk.
You begin to quietly make a path towards the front region of this inner wall. It's about that time you hear a heavy sound. And there you see, just off to the right of the 2 large double-doored gates, there is a curled-up beast. A massive lion-like, feral-looking feline beast that even in its curled-up sleeping position, its thickened mane, probably from end to end about 15 feet long, with looks like a brace with a large blade affixed to it. Part of its
the animal or the mane or its
armor,
mane.
as well as an additional means of tearing into whatever prey it awaits. It is just laying there sleeping.
it's not my cat.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
He's the first cat we see, so
I know.
maybe.
Mine has sort of caramel fur and no tail.
It's honey.
It does
Yeah,
look
it's
like
pretty.
the fur is somewhat caramel in color. And the tail is missing.
Wait a second.
Things change in this world. Maybe.
Did he actually?
Maybe it's like a bastardization of your cat.
Oh no. How will I cannot go any further.
Maybe it'll remember you.
You must go.
Go talk to
You see
Just say now.
One of the eyes opens.
I'll step forward.
The lips curl up, and you can see as it lifts its head is probably close to 4 to 5 feet from base of skull to end of snout. As the lips curl up, you can see rows and rows of sharpened teeth that stick out at odd, ragged angles.
Goo? Is that you, my?
It's some growling noise, by the way. As someone who does growling noises, I
check.
Sweet.
Wait.
Make a persuasion or animal handling check.
Natural one.
Oh, no way!
I've come to take you home, my sweet.
And bites your arm off.
Literally? Are you serious? Are you serious?
No, there's a water bottle. No.
Just bites her arm.
Torches begin to alight and distant walls of the castle from the screaming that is now echoing from the interior.
Is there any healing that can come back from that?
Are we on like a rampart or battlement, like approaching?
This is you're on the ground courtyard floor, and there is a path that looks almost like a battlement that leads up to these double doors, and there is this massive feline-like guardian creature that has just bitten your friend's arm off.
I truly look to the prophetess and like, I'm really at a loss here.
I take it all back. She's a fraud. She's a fuck. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Thank you.
This was a mistake.
If it goes wrong, it's my fault.
The gargantuan
choices.
the gargantuan feline-like guardian, you can see, like, spits the arm out of the ground and starts batting it around a little bit.
I'm gonna look at you. I swore I would save your cat. I'm going to walk up and go, hey! No! No! You don't do that! You do not bite the arm off of your beloved, your person!
Run!
Yeah, and I'm gonna go try to grab the scruff behind the head, right by the base of the
How
skull.
big is the head?
Bad kitty, you don't do this!
Make an animal handling check.
Oh boy, if you lose an arm.
God, I hope so.
Please do.
Okay, which of these do I roll?
Prophetess.
This one here?
Jesus, green.
Now, I add 0 to animal handling, which would make this a 3. No!
Don't ask for advantage, because honestly, it's based on the size of this thing describes size. You honestly should have gotten disadvantage. Though out of 3, I'm not sure.
You need to go to cat dentist. Your teeth are at the wrong angle.
You're now missing your right arm at the elbow.
Why you like this cat so much?
I think they just lost their share.
She wasn't like this before. She was
Tasha will never do this to me.
much more cuddly than this. This is horrible.
The cat is now like swallows the half of your arm and is now like picking up your arm and just kind of like walks off and just kind of curls up in a circle and begins chewing on it while you hear voices shouting off in the distance.
Oh great!
You know,
Please tell me none of them wield 2
she's
handers.
distracted. Maybe we just go through now. Well, she's got a nice neck.
How did this happen?
Well, let's not overanalyze it right now. We can do that
What do you mean
later.
overanalyze it? I'm trying to analyze it for the first time. I don't know.
Let's talk about it later.
A large ballista strikes the ground about 10 feet from you, sending dirt up.
Run!
Okay, I need everyone to make strength checks.
Do we?
But both of you with disadvantage because you're missing
Lose any
arms.
hit points?
Boy, I
Yes,
should know
yes.
how Calvis feel now.
Oh, well, it's good.
Strength with disadvantage?
Correct.
Oh, with this
Natural
Native.
20 and a 2.
Okay.
So
10.
10. Okay. 12. Okay.
21.
20.
The doors open, and you all rush in and close them behind and put the lock on it. You can hear soldiers arriving, and they're starting to like kind of bang on it a bit, and hey, you hear the voices kind of muffled through. One of them's like, "What's it got in its mouth? Oh God!"
Don't try to reach out to the cat.
And I think
Just look.
Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
no.
No, go.
Can you help them?
You do see within this initial space, there is a small, glowing golden light that is drifting above the ground, not but 5 feet from where you stand, as a sight of lost grace awaits you.
Maybe it'll regenerate your shit.
Maybe.
Still bleeding a lot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I know I'm kind of a freaky freak. I'm really out of it right now. That really sort of knocked you on your ass.
I mean, I don't know what happened. You know what? I haven't fed her in a few years.
Sure, yeah.
So maybe, cats can hold a grudge sometimes.
I bet
so maybe
she shat right next to the litter box, too. Not in it,
peed on my
but
luggage
right
or
next-
something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, really spiteful, you know?
All right,
that
I
sounds a
will,
lot like your fault. Everything about it.
I agree with the prophetess here, you know?
I will go approach the light and just sort of hold up my gushing wound next to it.
The amount of blood you both have in your body is fascinating.
It's getting a little woozy.
Yeah, it's fine.
You step into the golden light, and as you do, you watch as the arm apparates back into place.
Wow.
you
That's
lucky
amazing.
son of a bitch. You lucky freaking
These,
son of a bitch.
yeah, for as much bad as is happening here, love these sites of lost grace.
So great.
Love these.
So guns, people.
I don't know what it says about us. I feel like that I'll unpack that later.
I kind of want to try and go talk to the cat again. Now that I know
You
this
wanna-
is here.
It is right outside. Maybe we just do a quick speed run.
There are soldiers out there as well.
That's fair.
Maybe after we complete our mission and our blood right.
I feel very. I was going to say, I feel very sorry. My promise to you to help find your cat is technically fulfilled, but I mean, we straight up found that cat. You know,
It's a Pyrrhic victory.
yeah, it's sort of like oh, you got what you asked for, but not really what you needed. Yeah, you know.
Wanted.
I feel like there's a lesson in this somehow.
The lesson is you don't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you get what you need.
Oh my.
And maybe you can bring your cat back to this
Check.
this lost kind of lost grace, and maybe it'll restore your kitty.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
Maybe if we defeat whatever this is and you become a lord, or definitely she becomes a lord, or really only her could maybe become the well.
No, I mean, I don't want
You
to.
could be
It's-
the lord. Any of us have lord potential, but maybe then you can get your cat back.
I don't think it's in the cards for me, honestly. But
Yeah.
but thank you all for trying. It really shows your respect for me and for my ownership of this feline terror.
Well, if we do fix things and put everything back, the ring back together, things might go back to the way they were. Maybe your cat will go back to the way it was.
True.
Shrink.
We all super remember
dentist,
how it was
maybe.
before. So. All right. Well, let's finish our mission.
Right. Yes.
Speaking of, I look around. Where are we?
Yeah, as you now glance at the inner chambers of this interior courtyard, you look down upon this open space that is clusters of gravestones, all jutting at odd angles from the exposed dirt and dried brush, with leafless trees kind of twisting out of the ground. You see the central tower itself.
I just had
massive
a
cathedral
very
spire
interesting
with
idea
all manner
for
of statues
what the hell is going on
shifting
there.
out from front of it, reaching up towards the heavenly sky. You see stone pillars themselves rising up like spikes from the ground, 20, 30, 40 feet up, coming to gradual points with religious iconography upon them, sculpted and gilded. There upon one central left-hand pillar, you see curled over it, like it had fallen upon and impaled itself atop one of these stone spires. A dragon, curled and long dead. A dark, withered look upon its now desolate form.
What? Does it look like it died?
There you see another figure kind of standing to the base of it, walking up, kind of hulking wide shoulders, wrapped in a dark green cloak or cape of some kind. You see it walk up towards this dragon, about maybe 30, 40 feet from where you are. As it reaches up and kind of caresses the edge of this dragon's face, you hear a voice. Mighty dragon, thou art a true born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred spirit. Deliver me unto greater heights. As the now noticeably hulking man pulls the arm out to grasp the side of this dead dragon's cheek, you can see the gnarled trunk-like arm extending far past where it should. The being stops and slowly turns towards you all, grasping a massive golden battle axe embedded in the ground next to it, and throwing off its green cloak to reveal its swollen, malformed body and torso that harbors numerous smaller arms and limbs branching off of it like the boughs of a tree, each hand sporting numerous extra fingers and flexing and shifting as it turns. A number of these smaller arms carry smaller weapons as well. And you see the figure, its long, dirty, white hair falling past its shoulders. Well, lowly tarnished, playing as a lord. I command thee, kneel, and slams the axe down on the ground before it. For I am the lord of all that is golden.
No. I kneel, but I kneel towards the prophetess.
I do the same.
I will join her, and I hope in a symbol of power and unity, all of us do.
I kneel.
Got him.
I have my fingers crossed behind me.
Bless you.
So petty.
What did you say?
I said no, but if you would like me to clarify, I don't know you. Why would I kneel to you?
I am Godric, lord of this castle. Pulls the axe free from the dirt. And perhaps there is some use to parts of you still. As he lunges towards you.
He wants our arms.
He gets to go
A little
first.
greedy,
He gets to
don't
go
you
first.
think?
I lost my arrow. There it goes.
Oh boy.
Darts towards the rest of you who are all kneeling around.
Oh no. We're all clumped together in a
priestess.
Easily defeatable part of the place. Oh god.
He's going to go ahead and use his whirlwind combo.
Aye.
So,
Yeah,
all of you that are in the space in front of him have 18 points of physical damage coming your way.
I'm gonna try and dodge it.
Same.
Dodge.
Okay.
I will
Natural 20.
Hey!
You avoid the damage.
17.
You avoid the damage.
19.
You avoid the damage.
I will block.
You will block. Okay, go ahead and roll that.
Natural 20.
Wow!
Which means you.
Yes.
Wow, yeah, no, you full on stagger him.
Yes!
Oh my God, out of the gate.
16 for me.
16, yeah. You dodge that as
All
well.
avoid that?
You all avoided the opening round of combat from
You
him.
see the Neil, and then it all kind of work out.
Oh, because we showed unity.
Yes.
That's
All right.
does get one more hit off the combo though. It's one big whirlwind swing and then a single strike on one of you. And because you're the one in the center, it's gonna go for you. So you take a secondary strike for 27 points of physical damage.
That's huge.
That's a lot.
Can she do anything to attempt to? I know she dodged already. Can she attempt to block it or do anything else?
You can dodge again if you have the stamina.
I do. Well, what was that one? So. $19.
That dodges
Plus
it.
my weight.
Plus my dodge.
Oh, sorry. You're right.
23.
You're all just rolling around this place. Yells angrily and then kind of like stumbles back on his back leg after the perfect block that you had administered before. It's now back to the player's turn. What are you doing?
If you all don't mind, while he's staggered, I take out my dagger once again, spin it behind my back.
What dagger is this? This is the...
My Reduvia dagger.
There you go.
Backstab.
Go for it. You have advantage on the strike. As you maneuver around to the back portion of the massive Godric.
Yeah, I'll.
Godric
oh
the
my
Grafted.
God. They're both 16s for 21 total.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
So it's 1d4 plus an additional 66 because of he
the
is
backstab.
staggered.
And an additional d12 because he was staggered initially.
And okay, so wait,
That's
1,
an
2,
opening round.
3,
66 instead of 6d6.
Yeah.
I was like,
66. 1, 2, 3,
One
4,
shot
5,
it.
6, plus my d4, plus let me go shopping, and d12. Okay, get out of here, whatever you are. Here we go. And you.
Those are dice.
I don't want any of you. Sounds so nice. It sounds so good. Come on.
So many dice.
All right, let me do math for a hot second. That is 10 plus 18 plus 20. 3, 6, 9, plus 2, 40 total.
40 points of
40
damage in the
damage.
opening round. As you jam the dagger in his back.
And I kind of like ride it down a little bit. I like vault and then just let my weight drag down the back.
You drag it down, and as you do, two of the wayward arms that are protruding from the middle of his lower back kind of grab at the blade and trying to grab at your hand, eventually like pulling it from his own body in a really gross and disturbing way. But that is a gaping wound you left in his backside.
Hell yes.
Awesome.
So Marcus sees you do that, and he reaches into his little satchel that he has on his back, and he pulls out this little jar. Looks at me and goes, "You know, I've been saving this for a while, but this seems like the appropriate time to use this." And he takes a handful of it and spreads it on the blade of his spear, putting his fire grease on his spear, so my weapon now does fire damage.
Nice.
It just lights up.
Flames burning off of the blade of the spear.
And he spins his spear, and I'm going to make, now that I have extra stamina, I'm going to make 3 spear attacks.
Hell yeah, do it.
I got stamina.
And that lasts for 3 turns. That's great. So, 3 attacks. First one is an 8, which doesn't hit.
8 does not hit.
Next one is
Parried by one of the smaller weapons.
18 plus 8, which I assume
That does
hits,
hit,
and
yes.
a 14 plus 8.
14 plus 8 definitely hits.
Okay, so those 2 will hit. So
you got 2
first
hits on him.
one is going to do, what have I got? 1d6, and then an additional 1d4 fire damage. So that's 8 points of physical damage, and then 3 fire damage.
Got you.
And then the next one is 10 points of physical damage and 4 fire damage.
You got it. Awesome. Just leaving these flaming burn marks into his body. Oh, you tarnish know not what you mess with. He's gonna go ahead and use one of his counters to go ahead and axe backswing you.
No.
For...
I have no stamina.
Nope. That is gonna be 15 points of physical damage to you.
And I will roll my physical defense.
The axe just carves past right into your breastplate and leaves a large gash across it.
How much did you say?
15.
15. Okay, minus 4.
So 11 points of physical damage to you. Alrighty. Who's up next?
I will consume my exalted flesh. What do I do with this? I have
Exalted flesh gets plus 3 damage until the end of the next turn.
Eat it? How do I
Yeah, you eat
activate it? Oh, okay. I reach into my satchel and take out a little
Jerky.
Yeah, it's a little meat.
Holy jerky.
That's what I call beef jerky from now on. Exalted flesh.
I eat it, becoming more swole than ever, and raise my two-handed bastard sword. Actually, wait, should I power swing? I should power swing. Yeah. I will power swing against this fellow.
Go for it.
That's cocked. That's terrible. It's an 11.
11 does not hit.
No, it doesn't.
Titties.
You go to strike, and it takes the large axe and just parries it to the side. No impact.
All right, I will once again attack. Guess I shouldn't do a power swing. I'll just do a two-handed bastard sword attack.
Do it.
Oh boy, 18 to hit.
18 does hit. You can go roll damage.
Okay, damage is a d12 plus 5 plus a d6, and then because I did that, it's plus 5. Okay, ugh, terrible. 9, 10, 11, 16 points of damage total.
Terrible for 16 points is pretty good. Yeah, so the second one manages to swing around using the same momentum of the first parried strike and just carve across into its body. Pretty decent hit.
Decent.
All right. Anybody else?
You want me to up at bat first, or you want to go?
You go ahead.
All right, save the best for last. Yeah! And I'm going to, first we'll do Feast Upon Flame. I'll throw down 6 focus points. And once again, just hurl a ball of fire from my hand. Roll to hit. It does damage even if I miss. So that's a 14.
14 just hits.
Wow, okay, amazing. So what this is gonna do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 76 damage. 11, 16, 21, 24 damage.
Nice.
And within that 24 damage, it's also then, not that there may be nothing else around, but if there is some hidden combatants, they would take 11, 15, they would take 19 points of damage if there's any other.
There are none, just this one, but he took a heavy hit to the face and the flames burn and curl across before shrugging it off.
And then I'm gonna do a power swing.
Do it.
As he's gearing up for that, I'm just going to use this moment to just sort of dash away behind the creature, just so we're not all clumped together.
That's probably a good idea.
Alrighty.
Yeah, also I'll move around to the side as well. Yeah.
We're here?
Yeah.
Power swing's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
I'm gonna stand directly behind.
10 damage from the battle axe, and
Nice.
that block range has come down
By 2.
by 2.
Okey-doke.
And I will also move out of the range to leave Kara Jen closer in combat.
And I'll kind of
I'll do this little cardinal directions thing we got going. I'll move in an opposite direction so that I'm in a corner as well. Great.
Okay.
And I'll shift in front of the prophetess.
Okay.
In front of Mariah. Yeah.
I need to be off to the side of this gentleman.
Hell yeah.
And I would like to, if you guys don't mind,
No, please. Go ahead.
Please.
I'd like to make my way around to the back of this gentleman. And I would like to wield my dragon scale blade.
Yes.
And I would like to use it to chop him off below the kneecap because I would like him to kneel.
I dig it. Go for it.
Don't let me down, you bitch. Oh,
Weird roll.
It was a weird Wait, it says, and hold the phone. So wait, it's 9 to 10 plus, so 15.
15 hits.
Hey.
Woo! All right, so it's 1d6 plus dexterity plus 1. So that's 6, 8, 9.
9 points of damage on the first strike. It only takes 1 stamina to attack with it. He's going to go ahead and use his counter to do his axe backswing towards you. For
okay.
that is going to be 11 points of physical damage.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna block that. No, I'm not gonna block that because it's a 3.
3. Nope.
You can
So.
take
Oh, wait.
4.
Yeah. 3.
So you go.
8
points of damage to you there. Anyone else?
I'm out of stamina.
Might as well use up everything. I'm going to spend some focus points and ring my summoning bell to summon the spirits of 3 wolves to fight for me for the next minute.
You watch as these ghostly white spiritual wolves suddenly leap out of the middle of the ether and land. And begin to swarm up. Oh, pardon me. Sorry about that.
Now we can make a wolf stack and get up so we can get higher on him.
So there's like,
to his head.
like
Get to
2
his
big
head.
ones and like little tiny dude there.
Oh.
Buddies.
So it's 1 stamina to attack.
So
is
is
that
there
per
a
wolf
balance?
or I don't
They
know.
all attack as 1.
They all attack as 1. So they're gonna attack 3 times.
Go for it.
First one is a 14 to hit,
14 just hits.
18, and a 17.
Yeah, all 3 hit.
Okay, it's not great damage, but I'll take it.
Come on, puppers.
Let's see here. Physical defense, dodge. Oh, I see. Okay, damage is 4, 5.
Alrighty, great. That's awesome.
13 points.
13 points of damage from the wolves, not bad.
I think I have come to realize I am a dog person.
That is very good. Yes,
They're so
absolutely.
cute. I mean, look, the cat really just sort of lounges around and doesn't really acknowledge your presence at all. It's sort of like.
There's sort of a cat. You really want a cat that's going to be like bond with you and be sort of like a therapy blanket. But that cat is too violent.
I think so. Come to think of it, she was always kind of like that.
Yeah. Sometimes you look at cat and you're like, if you were 4 times as big as me, maybe we don't get along so well.
Let's go and use this last counter to axe backswing you.
No!
Back sacks.
Your,
Backsack.
well, no, yeah, he can. Well, you're actually kind of far away. He's gonna you. Since you're the one that's right in front.
Do that block.
Ooh, okay. That is gonna be 16 physical damage coming your way.
Perry!
Hey, my hometown.
5. Perry! All right.
All right.
You did
Successful. I wasn't successful.
You have to
so
do
it's-
you
so
have
it's,
it's,
15
15
up. Come on.
Yeah.
Stagger that bitch!
Yep.
Wait, what was that? What'd you roll on today?
16!
Wait, so, hey!
You did the thing! You did the thing!
I thought you said it'd be the final battle to me.
totally
Really?
did.
Yes, we do it!
So use that.
Oh my God!
That's a perfect block. No damage sustained, and you manage to strike with your buckler upward to parry the blade back, and it actually kind of strikes him across the face, and he pulls back. And it's kind of back, and you can now see he has 2 large feet, or 2 large legs, with smaller legs kind of dangling off the knees in places that just kind of hang loosely as he falls backward.
Does it take anything to eat the exalted jerky?
No, you just eat it on your turn.
Okay, so I bash him with the sword, And I pull out also some exalted flesh, and I just I am with craze in my eyes. I pull out my dagger, and I'm gonna jump again and backstab.
Okay.
We're going again. So wait, it's a monster damage.
He staggers, so it's advantage on the attack roll.
Advantage. Okay. Come on. Oh, ha! That's a natural 19.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
Some good rolls at the front here. I love it.
So it's plus. Okay. What did I do? Plus 3 damage until okay, and then a D12 and a D4.
What a beautiful sound.
5, 10, 18, 20, 5, 6, plus 3, 29.
29 points of damage on that strike.
Oh, wait. Plus 3, 29. Plus.
Just hold on, Alex.
2,
She's
29,
you.
31.
All right,
Or
30.
my regular day.
You got
So
it.
yeah, mom break.
I'm not going anywhere.
Mom break.
Alrighty. Is that the player turn?
I guess.
Yes.
I love the idea of like, no, if you want to move out of the way, that's going to take 2 stamina. Eating a whole stick of beef jerky, no problem.
Easy. Just
Nom, pop it in, it's good. You could do that in your sleep.
Video game logic, yeah.
Not
I don't know. You guys stacked horses to get here, so I have no
I
arguments.
have 8 suits of full plate mail in my backpack, and I can eat beef jerky in less than a fraction of a second.
I don't know, stacking
All
horses
right.
might be my favorite
Wait,
thing.
I'm not done.
You're not done.
I'm
You're
not
not done.
done.
Okay, what you got?
I'm gonna
What you
do
got?
2 more
Yeah.
dagger attacks.
So it seems like a video game.
Maybe 3 more dagger attacks. I'm gonna do 3 more dagger attacks.
Sure. Go for
I
it.
have all the stamina.
I got all this stamina.
I got all
Got
the
all
stamina.
the stamina.
And I've got this plus 3 damage buff. So 3 attacks. Here we go. That is a 14, natural 14, a natural 19, and a natural 3. So I think 3
So 2 of them
misses.
hits. 3 misses.
2 of them hits. 1d4 for each of them, plus 2, so that's adding 4, plus 3 with each of those, so that's 5, plus, so 5, 10, 13 more damage.
13 more damage. Nice. Alrighty. Does that complete a player turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've done
Sorry.
everything.
It's now Godric the Grafted's turn.
Godric the Grafton?
Grafted.
Grafted. Okay.
Pulling back from the stagger and the wounds he sustained. Leaps in the air. Lands back over next to the dragon. And goes, "Come,
Oh no.
oh ye brother.
Oh no.
Grant me your strength." And with the axe, cuts the dragon's head off. As the head falls, he grabs it and sticks it onto his body. As the mouth
We hit the second phase.
and just
Remember-
breathes
yeah, remember
an
when you
arc
were doing
of
something
flame
similar-
out to all targets in short range, which is all of you.
Have anything to dodge with.
Oh,
I'm gonna die.
No?
Alrighty, so 28 points of magic damage to all of you.
I will block.
Oh.
If that's a possibility. All right. I rolled a 19.
Okay.
I block 1d6.
19 on a dodge.
Take off 5.
19 on a dodge.
Take it
You
to how much?
managed to dodge it
Can't block it
out of the way.
You said how many points?
I have.
This would be, sorry, I have to look again. 28.
I'm gonna have to attempt to block this or I'm gonna die.
Come on. Come on.
12.
12. So you take 28 points of magic damage minus your armor. You roll your magic armor.
Magic armor.
How many hit points are you at right now?
1.
I'm at 3.
You're 3? Oh, you
Holy.
bitches better be drinking
get one
those
of them
flasks.
Okay.
I'm gonna dodge.
Okay. But you rolled that one.
Yeah, that's good. 21.
21. You managed to avoid it. All right.
Leave stamina to dodge. Everybody.
Just gang.
Do that from now on.
Do that.
Come on.
You played the games.
I know. It was stupid.
No, it was a good
I made
run.
a choice.
It's a good opening run. You did. I appreciate that.
I have 52. I'm a full. Listen, I've been dodging out here. I'm somersaulting every battle, baby.
Alrighty, that finishes Godric's turn.
thank God.
He gets his counters back. It is now the player turn. Who wants to go first?
I would like to go first.
Yes.
Heal.
Yes, I would most certainly like to heal myself and my allies at this moment. So let's see, that's 4d8 plus 5 for me. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 25. So that's plus 30 points for me.
Heck yeah, that's a
Puts
comeback.
me at 31. And then for you guys, you were gonna get 2d8 plus 5. So that's 6. So 11 points of damage, or 11 points of healing.
All the rest of you heal 11 points. That's fantastic.
14.
All right.
I'm gonna swig a potion.
Yeah, I'm also gonna swing a potion.
So that'll
Taking your
take me back
flasks. Your sacred flasks of crimson tears.
I
like
have
that.
disadvantage on
Okay.
any dodge rolls until my next turn.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm all back.
Do you want? Oh, you're at 31 again.
Let's start the bidding by just have a bunch of dogs attack this guy. They're gonna just nip.
Oh, the dogs also take the 28 points of magic damage, by the way.
So
They
they
can
have
heal too?
30 hit points total. What does that mean?
That means they have 2 hit points left.
Okay.
They also lose a wolf for every 10 hit points. So technically now it's just
It's one
wolf.
Oh, it's only Kevin.
Did he heal at all, or does that not work for on wolves?
You know, I'm not sure. I will say, yeah. Which brings him back.
So he's at
It
10.
says that any,
No. I
it says
mean,
any allies that are next to you.
That's true. So,
No,
so
they
it's 11 on them.
super
Yeah.
died.
So one of them
Super
comes
death.
back from the
Super
heal.
death.
well, no, I mean, I think 2 died, but the one who was alive
Correct. Got
would
healed
go-
from the spell.
Would go back to 10 hit points.
Correct. So I'm
Yeah.
saying. So like there would be now 2 wolves there.
Oh, okay.
So that at 10 hit points is just 1. 20 hit or anything above 10 is 2, and anything above 20 is 3.
Okay.
So you're gonna have them attack.
Yes, please.
They rush in to strike. Go ahead and roll for the 2 attacks.
19, 16, they both hit. And 4 points. All right, 7 points of damage to start the round.
Hell yeah! All right. Well,
I'll throw some more fire at this dude. There we go. Okay. Natural 1.
Ooh.
Dang.
No impact on that one. It just goes wide, and the boss just kind of moves out of the way, and it bursts in open space. No effect.
He did a whole fire thing. It put me in my head. I'm going to surge forward and do another power swing.
Alrighty.
I'll take my axe out and say, you know what? I don't even need to hit you with fire. I need an axe because you have my friend's arms. And I'm going to take a swing. 10 on a power swing.
That misses.
Hey, which of those arms is Galvis's?
It's going to use a counter to do its axe backswing on you. As you swing towards and strike past one of the smaller arms that's kind of just holding an axe to the side, it goes towards you for 20 points of physical damage.
Yikes.
Okay, what we gonna do? 20 points. That's a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and block this. I'm gonna try to block it.
Okay.
Let's see if we do it. Come on. That's a 15 on a block.
That does succeed to block, so you do reduce the damage by 6, or d6.
D6, okay.
So roll your armor in d6.
You said 20, right?
That's correct.
Alright. Take 16 points of damage.
You got it. All right, who else is up?
Question.
Yes.
The Exalted Flesh says we gain +3 damage until the end of our next turn.
Yeah, the next player
you
turn.
still
yeah.
have.
So do I still have it?
Yeah.
Which means I think you still have it too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's a little extra bonus.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go ahead and he's not looking rough by any chance, is he?
No, I mean, he's looked like he's taking some hits.
Yeah. Okay. I'll move slightly closer, but not straight up. And as I'm running, I'm gonna cast 2 glintstone pebbles at him.
Go for it.
Both of those were terrible.
It's the glintstone.
One's a 9, and one's a 14.
14 hits.
Yes,
14 just hits.
So that's 2d4 plus 5. That's 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage to him. Your magic means nothing.
Well, it means something to me.
Touche.
Well, that's the whole thing you've kind of been saying, right? Like, if it means something to you, then it means something?
Yes.
Wow.
Wise words.
Yes.
I actually forgot, by the way, even on a miss, I still do 46 fire damage.
That's true. Let's go ahead and roll damage on that.
Yes. Come on.
That's going to be 11 points of fire damage.
Great. 11 points of damage. Who else is
I'm going to grip my sword with 2 hands. I need somewhere to put my shield, so I will ask one of his dangling hands, could you hold this for 1 second?
just hold
I
it.
will use the 2-handed sword to slice down with the power swing.
Alrighty.
13 plus 7 to hit.
That hits.
20. Okay, how do I do this? I do this. Power swing is a +2. Okay. Yes, there's no that. Oh, what a journey. 8 points of damage, that's it, but his block range decreases by 3.
Great.
And for my second attack, I'll just do a regular 2-handed attack.
It will first counter you with a backswing.
Bastard.
Woo! That is 19 points of physical damage.
Boy, oh boy. I'll take it and use Step In
Okay.
to attack again.
I believe in you.
9 plus 7 to hit.
9 plus 7 to hit. That hits, yeah.
Okay, so that's...
Take your 19 damage.
Yes, 19 damage. Okay. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Come on. 14 plus, because I stepped in, is plus 3. That's 17. Plus the beef jerky bonus is another 3. Right? So that's 20
points of
total.
damage. Nice.
Yep. And then I still have more. So I will attack again. Because I'm a beast. That's a d6. That doesn't work. 18 plus stuff.
That hits.
Works. 12 plus
Yes,
is
on a
another
D12.
17. Plus another d6, another 3. Another 20 points of damage.
Dang. Heck yeah. Just carving into large, heaping swaths of skin and flesh are being cut off. He's being knocked back with each impact. You see the blades are trying to parry, but even if they hit your blade, it's too strong and it pushes through and still cuts into it.
I'm trying to slice off some of these limbs as well as I hack.
Yeah,
and
getting a few
slash.
fingers here and there.
Okay,
Good job.
Good. I think that's all I can do. I think that's all I can do.
Okay, seeing Nil doing what she did, I'm gonna run in, seeing her leave an opportunity, I'm gonna like barrel roll over the priestess, or sorry, I keep calling her prophetess, but also, yeah, same thing. And then run in and... God damn it.
So much momentum.
was
and
so
then,
Do
I want to
well, I can switch for free. So I'm gonna use my scimitars. Woof, 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 woof.
You get it. So dual wielding?
Dual wielding.
Alrighty.
I think you meant
Fa! Fa! 2 attacks.
You got it.
One's a natural 20.
Hey.
Woo! The other is a 10 with a 60 for a 16 total.
Both hit. So first one roll and double dice.
Dice doubled, correct?
Correct.
Okay, 3 plus 6 plus 4
So 10 for the first hit.
plus another 3 for my jerky plus 4 for my base physical.
Oh, nice. So 17 total.
17.
Okay.
And then next one for 8 plus 3, 11.
11, nice.
Plus another 4 because of my base. 3 is the jerky.
Well, the base doesn't come on the second hit for the...
You're right. No. I did 2 attacks.
Oh, you used 2 attacks. I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
But you're right. I'm dual wielding. Am I dual wielding?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Do you have 2 wheels?
She is a bicycle.
Un bicyclette?
How many horses?
Un velo.
How many wheels?
Or
do
are you
horses
keeping
have?
your shield out? Because if you're planning to parry...
I'll keep my shield.
Okay, so it's
I'll
just the
keep
2
my shield.
strikes.
So
You're
just
not dual
2
wielding.
strikes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. So it's more of a fa. Got it. Okay, cool. All right. Anybody else?
1, 2, 3,
I'm going
4.
to come back at him. I'm gonna run up
Okay.
and spread out my beast claw. And so I'm going to, let's see. So that's a dirty 20.
That hits.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right, so let's go 2d8 plus 5. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. She's going to go ahead and do a counter as a sweeping riposte. Takes the axe and just swings an arc out to hit all of you within the immediate distance next to it, which is all 3 of you in the front and the wolves.
Dodge it.
For 17 points of physical damage.
My dirty 20 says no.
You dodge that shit out of the way, no issue.
I will also block. Nope, I won't.
Okay.
19, you said? Or how? 19 points?
No, it's 17 points of physical damage reduced by your armor roll.
Oh, yes, that's right.
And then for you.
Parry.
All right.
No.
Okay, so it's 17 points of physical damage reduced by your armor value. You don't have to roll because you're far enough away. And then the wolves take 17 points of physical damage.
So they're down to 1 wolf.
Okay.
Now down to 1 wolf.
Alright.
He's a teen wolf.
50 on that parry.
All right. Is that anyone else?
Is everybody out?
Okay.
I know.
Oh. Ooh.
Good. You.
How many stamina do I have to do this? All right. I would like to pull out my throwing knife,
Okay.
and I would like to aim for the eyeball.
Nice.
Thing about
Heck yeah.
eyeballs.
It's effective.
Go ahead and roll for your
I'm
attack.
just saying you're fixated.
Throw your throwing dagger.
I'm fixating to hit him in the eyeball.
It's valid.
Or not, but you know. Let's see, hold on. That's 11.
It was a good shot, though. Well, no, it wasn't a good shot. It was a good try. It's a bad shot.
Very bad.
There's a
You're
Hard to
bad and you
practice.
should feel bad. That's all I heard.
Okay. I'm gonna, as I'm out there, I'm gonna go 3 more pebbles.
Do it.
Plip. Plip.
2 hits, 1 does not.
Okay.
So 2 more hits. So that's gonna be 2d4. First one is 11 points of magic damage.
Alrighty.
And then 9 points of magic damage.
Nice. He's getting hits. He's starting to see some wear and tear on him.
Oh.
Godric the Grafted is starting to look a little hurt here.
Okay.
All right. Is that the end of the player's turn?
Yes.
So yeah.
All right, he gets his counters back. It's now his go. He's going to unleash an Inferno Tornado combo.
Doesn't sound great.
No. Does it come
So-
with curly fries?
Oh god, I want curly fries so bad.
Everyone next to him takes 19 points of magic damage. To you,
19.
19 points of magic damage. and you, and you.
I don't like that accusatory finger point.
Sorry, my apologies.
I would like to fight you on that.
You got stamina to block or dodge, or?
I'm glad that I added that extra stamina block during the last.
Okay.
Who's the what's it?
So you blocking or dodging?
I mean, did I really have to use that slot? Like, can I get a mulligan?
Nah.
If I rolled
a Brennan, as we
if I
call
rolled
it?
a 7, I would like a Lee mulligan, please.
So no, it's 19 points of magical damage.
Spirit, give it to you.
9 points, you said?
19.
19.
Minus your armor roll.
I'll try to dodge completely. If I can.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good.
Against magic defense or?
Yeah.
23 to dodge.
23 dodges, yeah. And then...
I took it.
You took it? Okay. And then sets the swing around and then does the up in the air. You watch as the flames curl around the axe swing. It burns through all of you, and then he leaps about 10 feet in the air and brings it down as hard as he can onto you.
Oh no!
I was like, let it be the wolf. Let it be the wolf.
I'm gonna use my last stamina to block.
Oh, that is
Perfect block right here. Watch it. Here comes the perfect
come
block.
on.
Here comes the
Stagger
perfect
this
block.
bitch.
It'll be 25 points of physical damage.
Kill me.
Oh my god, come on. Stagger.
Watch it happen. Here we go.
I believe in
Believe.
you.
Mon Dieu! 13.
13 is not enough. The skill rate is 14.
Wait, did you roll your armor and shit?
I mean,
It's not the same.
You can roll your armor just to see.
1.
Boom! You watch as Neil just collapses to the ground, the axe jammed into his back. And he lies motionless on the ground.
Neil!
Outlived me.
Reaches down and tears one of the arms from his body.
Was this his new one?
To his shoulder, and it kind of begins to move and flex.
Was this his new arm?
Very well. Who's next?
Fuck.
Oh.
Okay,
It's
how
your turn.
far are we from that little...
Well, one of the arms from his body.
Just want to put this in. Maybe it's still serving, but it's been a while. I need a back on.
And it fixes it to his shoulder, and it kind of begins to move and flex. Very well. Who's next?
Fuck.
Oh.
Okay,
It's your
how
turn.
far are we from that little Madonna room, the little ray of light?
Oh, you're about 60 feet from it that way.
Okay, can I go and grab Neil by the feet and like drag him back out of there?
Interestingly enough, in the process of this combat, its light seems to have faded.
Oh, that's just wrong.
That's just boss rules in a boss fight.
It's like the third time that Madonna album has been brought up.
It's a good
It's a good album.
We listened to it.
It's a good thing, and as you grab the body and tug, you look over, and it's not present. But it is the player turn.
I have 38 hit points right now. How many hit points do you guys have?
36.
37.
Okay.
13.
You should do, if you need to do anything close to this person, you should do it, and then you should get very much
Do you
farther
have any
away.
more flasks?
I do.
Do?
You got healing potions.
Yeah.
Healing potions? Yeah, it's healing
Oh wait, I do have.
Oh wait,
healing
and
potions.
we're refresh on stamina.
Yeah, we're falling
Right,
stamina. Yeah, we
46
gotta
plus
use our
5.
crimson. We gotta remember to use our crimson tears.
Yeah.
I apologize. She falls. That's
Oh,
on me.
thank you. I
That's on me.
as well.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, I could have
13, 14,
my focus points. I got my cerulean
All right,
tears.
so that's 33 points.
What are you doing over there with those cerulean tears?
Cerulean.
I'm gonna hurl fire again.
Go for it.
I'm just gonna hurl. Oh, the arm, gross. Ugh, hate it. Okay. Nat 20! Which is gonna be a hot 14d6 damage coming this dude's way.
Oh my god! Please just die. Please just die.
There's that.
Holy
Bada
shit,
boom.
come on. This is gonna be so
Yeah, that's
epic
what
if
I
it
meant.
works.
I would be very
That's
impressed.
12.
Do you need extra d6?
This is
Do you actually have 14d6?
14d6.
That's.
Do it for Neil's arm.
I don't know what I'm more impressed by.
Got this. We're ready to go here. We
Wow.
can't. You know, you got kids. You gotta come prepared. All right, 14d6 rolling this dude's way. Okay, let's see here. 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 25, 31, 36, 42, 45, 51 points of fire damage to the grafted.
Got it. How do you want to do it?
4-0!
Rest in peace. Assuming the light doesn't go back and the camera's right.
You'll never understand the love that binds people to one another, to their arms, or to their cats. I don't hate you. I pity you.
Fire roils out of me, and unlike the nasty roiling smoke of all this sort of barbarian wildfire, as I hold the hands of my prophetess, it is pure, glowing light and flame.
He reaches forward with the dragon arm, which then breathes flames in response to it, and the two collide. But the light of the prophetess's blessing into this golden flame pushes back, and it cannot hold it at bay. No! No! The flames fully immerse and engulf this figure. You watch as Godric begins to rush around screaming, "Ah!" begins swinging wildly, the flames burning brighter and louder, catching the nearby trees, before eventually the steps become slackened and hits the ground and smolders.
To the smoldering body and kick it apart, just like I did the fire earlier with these beautiful companions. I reach down into the embers and search for two stony arms, if I can find them.
Looking through the space here, you do not find stony arms. Those arms would have been disturbingly larger in this figure.
Yeah.
But you do see discarded off to the side of this courtyard a pair of large arms that look like they have been frustratingly tinkered with and then abandoned.
I can't.
Wait, this like eldritch abomination is like, man, it would be so cool if I could add these. I need like another set of legs, honestly. I'm top heavy.
I should have gotten more than just the arms.
He needs a horse stack. That's
know.
what he needs.
If there was some step, that's the thing. You were so sorry. You said you only asked how and not should. You know, you needed to think. A stack of horses is what's needed to support all these arms.
Yeah, honestly, that actually
We'll
would make it
say
work.
in the twilight of this
So I would have made it
conflict,
horse-sized
and
goat.
in the memory of the lost warrior, Nil,
Is he gone forever?
Drag Nil's body and throw Nil on the side of the
which
lost.
is only a short inconvenience thanks to the sights of lost grace, restoring.
Can we do a full funeral for Nil 60 feet from this lamp?
Yes, please.
You were a beautiful soul. You loved cats, or like one specific cat, but you really loved that one cat.
Because it's adorable.
You were a powerful warrior.
So powerful.
I only knew you for such a short time, and
So short.
in
Like
that
4 hours.
time you really
Seem gullible.
stunned me with your ability to so freely lose your limbs.
Yeah, thank
The
you.
limbs thing came up actually a couple times.
Yeah, more than once,
unrelatedly. Yeah.
I didn't understand half of what you said. Your accent was so thick,
Yeah,
but I
really,
appreciated it all the same.
yeah, really sort of incomprehensibly thick accent.
And deeply thick, yeah.
Why don't you all just close your eyes for a moment of silence? And then as they're closing their eyes for the moment of silence, I'm gonna drag his body over to the lost souls.
Thank you.
Where'd he go?
She
Or drag her body over to the
emerges from the golden light restored.
You are truly prophetess!
The prophetess.
In miracle!
She has saved
The
me.
light has saved us
She is
again.
the greatest of prophets.
No.
The doors to the courtyard behind you splinter open. There you see just a massacre of bodies torn asunder, blood spattered everywhere, and there in the middle of it you see a massive feline just chewing, just red crimson across its fur in the front. Walks up to you.
Oh,
Who's a
Joe.
good girl. Yes, you are. You are a good
If he
girl.
learns
You
those.
just needed to eat. You were totally right.
I left her with no food, and that was the problem. Oh,
Really?
I'll
Wait,
never
is
do
it?
that again,
Wait,
I
Matt.
promise.
Is that
Things
this?
do not work here the way they're supposed to.
As we
I was gonna say, if you think with only this, everything will seem crazy. How this tree so big? Why that guy bet his arms? Who this man? Why that lady by the fire? How come these different lamps are around and then people can come back to life, but the people that we kill, they don't seem to use the lamps? If you use this, nothing will make sense. But if you think from here and believe when you should believe.
You follow a prophet.
Yes.
Great.
Still not sold.
I respect your commitment to your belief in disbelief.
We have to believe in something.
That's right. She's done it again. She figured it out. She profited you. She profited you.
Oh. I don't know.
And now you're tied up, because what can you do if you say it's your thing? It's kind of now her thing.
In about a minute, I need you to drag me to that light. He just walks over and summons the sword out of his
We pull back from the courtyard here at the top of Storm Hill, here at the Stormville Castle, as the soldiers are swarming around the exterior of this castle. We see the massive golden Erd tree and the promise, the future promise of somebody rising up to become the Elden Lord. But tonight, instead we focus on the self-inflicted magical stab wound of one such sorcerer as his wayward compatriots begin to stack horses to escape from the outer walls of this castle. What an adventure,
Squad shot.
and what possibility awaits. And that's where we'll end this game tonight.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Oh my god. Thank you.
Video game rules, man.
It's pretty great, honestly.
Oh, okay. Fine. As soon as I can get my thing up, I'll start doing playthroughs of this. Let's play walkthroughs, whatever.
Oh, thank you all so much for coming and playing and being part of this.
So good.
Oh my goodness. And thank you so much for watching. Big
Thank you
to Bandai Namco for partnering with us to create this extremely serious, accurate portrayal of the Elden Ring lore. I will remind you, none of this is canon, and this system is very homebrewed. But thank you for joining us on this wildness.
I
Big
may
round
have
of
got a
applause for
few
all the
ideas
wonderful
for my
players and people that
schedule.
brought this story together.
Gotcha, Bob.
Go check out Elden Ring now. If you enjoyed this and have the exact, I trust you, the exact same sort of experience in the game. Much cooler, much epic. At bit.ly/CR Elden Ring, I believe is the URL. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. I love you very much, and this is Thursday. Good night.
Okay. Same to you, Matt. And same to my watchers. I do truly thank you for joining me. Hey, through this wild adventure. This is Freener Rionametra, Half Elven Unir, and I wish thee good fortune on the quest of life.